Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Warning: this video contains spoilers for the 1986 movie From Beyond. This video may also contain images of Barbara Crampton's bare breasts. You have been warned. Viewing beyond this point is a choice that you have made. Thank you, and please have a nice day.
Hello and welcome to this video. Before we get into this video too deep, just a reminder, Saturday and Sunday I upload one video each day, and that video comprises of an entire episode of Welcome to Night Vale, which is a whole lot of comedy and a little bit of smidgen of horror, and it is just laugh out loud funny, laugh my ass off funny. It is just that good. And the fact that in this video we're going to be discussing horror, big budget, big studio horror is what we're going to be discussing in this video. Pull up one of my cheat sheets. So yeah, we are going to be looking at the 1986 film From Beyond. This movie it's as close to H.P. Lovecraft novel, being based on an H.P. Lovecraft novel or story, as this video is. They took the title and that's it. The movie stars Jeffrey Combs, great character actor. Man does not get the love that he deserves. Barbara Crampton, who is a Matilda May level character, who has probably just a little bit more time clothing on than clothing off in the movies that she did. The movie was directed by Stuart Gordon. The tagline from IMDb is: a group of scientists have developed a resonator, a machine which allows whoever is within the range to see beyond normal perceptible reality. But when the experiment succeeds, they are immediately attacked by terrible life forms. And if that was it would just be a bad B movie. But no, this is brought to you by the same people that did Reanimator. And like I said, this is 80s. This is 80s big budget B movie making money. Era of Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th. Just your slash and hash teenager boobies hanging out movies. And this is kind of what this is. It's not really a sequel to Reanimator, which was probably one of the premier B movies of in its day. It's A lot of the younger kids don't know about it. A lot of the goth kids in the early 2000s like clung to it like, you know, the Bible. But I don't think the kids now, they know the Friday the 13th movies, they know the Halloween movies, they know the Nightmare on Elm Street stuff, but the quaint ones like the I Spit on Your Grave and stuff like that, not so much. And there's a reason for that, because these movies did not age well. For example, Reanimator, you have a disembodied head performing cunnilingus on a woman. It is what it is. And this movie, From Beyond, kind of keeps that momentum going. From Beyond was made for $4,500. Oh, excuse me, $45,000. My bad. Looked at the comma wrong. And grossed 120. No. Let's see. Yeah, $100,261. Yeah, it did pretty good for what the budget was made on. Going and watching the movie today, yeah, it is definitely a $45,000 movie. And I don't know how that translates into 2024 money, but with the way things are going, it might be 75 cents or maybe 75 million. We don't know. From hour to hour. The premise of this movie is basically you have, like I said when I read the blurb from IMDb, you have Jeffrey Combs playing one scientist, Crawford Tillinghast, and you have Ted Sorrell playing Dr. Edward Pretorius. They developed this resonator thing that allows you to see between dimensions, and stimulates the pineal gland, and that gets weird really quick, really fast. They think that you have some hijinks in which Dr. Pretorius gets decapitated, and they find the body, and Jeffrey Combs, Crawford, is the immediate suspect because, well, they were working together. Pretorius and Crawford were working together. Introduce Barbara Crampton's character, a Dr. Catherine McCee, MCMICI. She listens to Crawford and agrees to go ahead and get a CAT scan done. They do the CAT scan. They find out his pineal gland is like 2 to 3 times the size. So she arranges for them to go back to the scene of the crime and the thing. They start the resonator, and they find out that Pretorius isn't dead. He's just simply in another dimension. Evidently, you can have your head removed, taken back to another dimension, and slapped on something, and you're good. A side note, Dr. Pretorius was a bit of a kinky individual, male dom, and Dr. Catherine's exposure to the resonator turns her into this kind of dominatrix, kind of submissive, kind of bizarrely sexual thing. And it is bizarre as, I mean, this is borderline hardcore porn. I mean, this crosses into softcore porn and just pulls up a few feet short from hitting hardcore porn. The script, yeah, I could probably use some work, a lot of work. The overall, I was 16 when I saw this. It was on HBO, watched it on HBO. It was not, at 16, all the sexual machinations in this movie they're there. They're for me, and being relatively sexually active at that point in my life, that's probably one of the reasons why I have a fondness for it. Even though it's not the greatest movie, or even close to being a good movie, I mean, it barely scratches, middle of the road meh. It just barely pulls itself into that. If you have a high tolerance for creepy, out of left field, bizarre 80s-ness, this is a good movie. Like I said, I own it on Blu-ray, okay? Like I said, I don't know why, but it's not the best movie. There are probably areas where it competes for the worst movie. But it's one of those nostalgia things. It's just, the nostalgia's baked in. Like I said, there's a lot of gratuitous sex. There's Jeffrey Combs. And Jeffrey Combs, he went on, in the 80s, he was this just beautiful character actor. Still is to this day, I believe. Check my cheat sheet real quick. Yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. The Star Trek Lower Decks, Deep Space Nine. He's just couple episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants. That is not something I expected to see in Jeffrey Combs' repertoire of stuff. Unbelievable. He's one of those actors that can put on a character like we put on clothes. He can do that. He just has that power. And there's a couple actors out in the world that are character actors that can do that. They can put on the makeup, put on the clothes, and that's who they become. It's just one of those things. Jeffrey Combs, that's just his thing. He can be your worst nightmare as far as characters go. He can play the devil incarnate and turn around, play God incarnate. He's that good of an actor. Barbara Crampton she's the quintessential 80s boobies girl. Her, and a lot of, Matilda May was another quintessential 80s boobies girl. That's what they did. They showed up, gave a passable performance, threw their boobies out there, and wore tight leather or skimpy outfits, then moved on. That's kind of what kind of her thing. That's what she did in the 80s. So yeah, but the movie, I drifted a long way off. The movie ends kind of happily, maybe. The Dr. Catherine character is kind of very sexually awakened, and it's Jeffrey Combs' character, and it's hard to put into words because it's not really a bad ending, but it's not a good ending. It's just a mixture of the two. Like I said, you can go check it out. Like I said, unless you just have a really 80s nostalgia thing for big budget B movies, this isn't probably going to be your cup of tea. But if you do like these movies, do like big budget B movies, check it out. Like I said, I watch it once every 12 to 18 months. I watch it and go, yep, it's still as bad as it ever was. So, until next time, everybody, those are my thoughts. Be good humans. Be good to other humans. Peace.
Hey, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?